to Festmeyer Field for Game 2 of this doubleheader between the University Lady Bulldogs and the Trevecca Nazarene University Trojans. My name is Grace White. I'll be doing play-by-play for y'all today. Game 1 was a 1-0 victory for the Lady Bulldogs. Lainey Baker threw a 7-inning shutout, striking out 9 Trojans. In the circle for Game 2 is going to be Riley Vaughn. She has a 2.16 ERA this season, has appeared 7 times, starting 4 games. She is 3-0 on the year, has 25 strikeouts so far this season, and a 152 batting average against. She'll look to increase her record to 4-0 here against the Trojans of Trevecca Nazarene. Leading off for the Trojans is going to be center fielder Anna Bennett. She is also the lead off in Game 1. She had 1 hit in the last game, 1 for 3.
Leading off for the Trojans, the center fielder, number 8, Anna Bennett.
Bennett is a senior this season from Lebanon, Tennessee. Takes that for ball 1. In the infield, we have Sarah Kate Thompson at third, Macy Neal at short, Briley Carneal at second, and Zoe Neal at first. Courtney Marler behind the plate. That'll be a called strike. 1-1 the count. Ashlyn Sensing pitched Game 1 for the Trojans. She threw all 6 innings, struck out 4 in the loss. Ball 2, 2-1. It's going to be a line drive, falls in front of Briley Carneal, throws across to Zoe Neal for out number 1. Good start here for Vaughn and the Lady Bulldogs. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Kylie Chitakian.
Now batting the left fielder, number 22, Kylie Chitakian.
Did not see Chitakian in Game 1 of this doubleheader. She's hitting .333 this season for the Trojans, has 2 runs scored, 1 RBI, 4 hits, getting on base over 38% of the time for Trevecca. 1-0 the count here. Spawn comes with the pitch. It's going to be a called strike on the outside part of the plate, evens the count at 1. On deck, the catcher, Kendall Andrews. Infield playing back for Union. It's going to be another called strike on the outside part of the plate, 1-2. From left to right in the outfield, Cameron Langley, Morgan Jennings, and Mackenzie David. It's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop, Macy Neal, gloves it, fires across the infield to her sister, Zoe Neal, for out number 2. Quick 2 outs here for the Lady Bulldogs. And that'll bring Andrews to the plate, who was 0 for 3 in Game 1, had 2 strikeouts. See if Vaughn can get her here for a 3-up, 3-down inning. Foul back behind the press box, 0-1. Wind still blowing here at Festmeyer Field. It's a nice 75 degrees outside. Wind is blowing 17 miles an hour. Strike 2. 0-2 now to Andrews. Union baseball behind us getting ready to start. The national anthem is playing. And here comes the 0-2 pitch from Riley Vaughn. It's going to be a ball outside. Close take there by Andrews. Stay in this count, 1-2. It's going to be an off-speed pitch in the dirt. Evens the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the first. It's going to be She did not check her swing, so that's going to be a strikeout for Riley Vaughn, her first of the afternoon. And that'll do it for Trevecca. They go 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first. We'll be back with you shortly for the bottom of the first as Union looks to get on the board.
Are you looking for a Christian college or are starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Welcome back to Festmeyer Field, home of the Union University Lady Bulldogs. We're in the bottom of the first here in Game 2, this doubleheader between Trevecca and Union. In the circle for Trevecca is Hallie Grace Patton. She has a 3.79 ERA so far this season, has made 5 appearances, started 3 games, is 2-1 on the season, has a .330 batting average against, which the Lady Bulldogs will look to take advantage of here in the bottom of the first. At the plate is the leadoff hitter, Morgan Jennings. She is 0-1 now in this count. Grounds that back to the pitcher, fires across to the first baseman, able to stay on the bag for out number 1. These Trevecca pitchers have had Jennings' number. She's grounded back to the pitcher all 4 times she's batted this afternoon. That'll bring up the shortstop, Macy Neal. Neal was 2 for 3 in Game 1, scored the only run of the game back in the first inning of Game 1. Neal is from Dyer, Tennessee, transferred to Union from the University of Tennessee at Martin. Has the highest batting average on Union's squad so far this season. Fouls that one down the left field line. 0-1 the count. Behind the plate in this game is going to be Robert Johnson. At first base, Brooke Parker, and at second base, Kevin Newbern. Ball 1 on the outside part of the plate. It's going to be time as the catcher Andrews goes out to chat with her pitcher Patton. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Miss Macy Neal steps back in the batter's box. It's going to be a base hit past the second baseman for Neal, who is now 3 for 4 on the day. So with 1 out, the Lady Bulldogs have a runner at first, and catcher Courtney Marlar coming to the plate. Marlar was 2 for 2 with a sack bunt in Game 1. Will look to keep her perfect streak going here in her first at bat against Patton. Takes that for a called strike on the outside part of the plate. Head coach Sydney Sterner down at first. Assistant coach Brian Wallen coaching third base. It's going to be a ball outside. 1-1 the count. Neal and Marlar, great 2-3 punch in this lineup. Both very, very good hitters. Make contact just about anywhere the ball is pitched. It's going to be a ground ball past the first baseman, McCormick. And Macy Neal will go to third base. Marler is going to try to get to second on the throw, and she will be safe. Neal thought about making it to home, but decides to go back to third instead. So that will be an error on the first baseman, McCormick. Couldn't handle that hot shot by Marler. And the Lady Bulldogs are in business here. Runners on second and third with the cleanup hitter Zoe Neal at the plate. Neal hit a walk-off grand slam in Game 3 of the Lady Bulldogs series with Delta State this past weekend. She was 0 for 3 in Game 1. See if she can get something going here. In the bottom of the first, takes that for ball 1. Got speed on the bases with Macy Neal at third and Courtney Marler at second. That'll be a situation for a bunt here. Let's see if that's what Coach Wallen called. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Patton. And Zoe Neal takes that for a called strike on the outside part of the plate. One and one the count, one out, with fifth-year graduate student Mackenzie David on deck. Shows bunt, gets it down. Macy Neal scores easily, and Zoe Neal will be safe at first, and Courtney Marler will score as well. Perfectly placed bunt there by JoJo. Scores 2 there to make it 2-0. Here in the bottom of the first, head coach for Trevecca, Ben Tyree, will have a meeting in the mound with all of his defense. Sure, he's not happy about that play. On the bunt base hit by Zoe Neal, scoring both Macy Neal and Courtney Marler. So after this meeting at the mound, we'll have Zoe Neal at first and Mackenzie David at the plate. David is a veteran on this squad. Her 5th year as a Lady Bulldog from Scott, Louisiana.
Now at the plate for Union, the right fielder, number 25.
Lady Bulldogs will look to keep this rally going here in the bottom of the first after already scoring 2 runs. More than either team scored in the last game, as it was a 1-0 game. 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. 2 runs on 2 hits for the Lady Bulldogs. And that'll be a called strike on that off-speed pitch by Patton. So 0-1 the count to the Union right fielder. David was 0 for 2 in the last game. Takes that for a ball outside. 1-1 the count. Combined, the Lady Bulldogs only had 6 hits in the game earlier today. Shows bunt, pulls, tries to slash that. Makes it fouled on the right side. Good attempt there. Couldn't quite get it fair though. So 1-2 the count now to David. And here comes the pitch from Hallie Grace Patton. It's going to be a ball outside, evens the count at 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. It's going to be a ground ball fielded by the shortstop, throws to second, gets her out at second on the play. So David reaches on a fielder's choice. 2 outs now, and the left fielder Cameron Langley at the plate. Langley was 0 for 2 with a strikeout in game 1. See if she can get a base hit here against Patton. Designated player Kira Finkley on deck. Foul back off the net. Langley coming out hacking. Takes that low for ball 1, evens the count. 2 outs. Patton looking to work out of this Lady Bulldog rally here in the bottom of the first. It's going to be a called strike on the outside part of the plate. 1-2 now. It's going to be popped up. Wind's carrying it away, and it'll be out of play. Wind is definitely having an effect on the ball today for both hitters and pitchers. So we'll do it again here, 1-2. It's another high pop-up, shallow right, and the second baseman's going to glove that for the 3rd out, but not before the Lady Bulldogs score 2 here in the bottom of the first. Back with you shortly in the top of the first and the top of the second, as Riley Vaughn is going to be back in the circle for the Lady Bulldogs.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us. A promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Festmeyer Field, home of the Union University Lady Bulldogs. We're in the top of the second here in Game 2 of this doubleheader between Trevecca and Union. Riley Vaughn back in the circle for Union. She has 1 strikeout so far this afternoon. At the plate is going to be Maddie Poschke. She is the designated player in this one. Hit 1 for 3 in Game 1. 1 strikeout. It's going to be a base hit through the right side, fielded by the right fielder Mackenzie David, but a solid leadoff base hit here in the top of the second. That'll be the first hit of the game for Trevecca. Poschke's second hit of the day.
Now batting the third baseman, number 28.
And that'll bring up the third baseman, Annabelle Ellis. Takes that one inside for ball 1. Ellis was 0 for 2 in Game 1. She also was hit by a pitch. One of the only Trevecca base runners in Game 1. It's going to be a ground ball fielded by the third baseman, Sarah Kate Thompson. Goes to second for 1, but Ellis will be safe at first, so she reaches on the fielder's choice there. Good job by the Lady Bulldogs to get the lead runner. So 1 out now. Ellis at first.
Now batting the shortstop, number 33, Kylie Burgett.
At the plate, the shortstop, Kylie Burgett. Burgett was 0 for 3 with a strikeout in Game 1. Only 2 hits by Trevecca in Game 1 were from Anna Bennett and Maddie Poschke. Burgett takes that for ball 1. So 1-0 now to the Trevecca shortstop. Ground ball foul off the fence in front of the third base dugout. Evens the count at 1. going to check, see if she went. She did not, according to first base umpire Brooke Parker. So it'll be 2 balls, 1 strike on Kylie Burgett. Field playing back besides Zoe Neal, who's about a step in front of the first base bag. It's going to be a foul ball at the plate. Looks like she might have hit that off her foot. So it'll be 2-2 now. 1 out. And Coach Ben Tyree is going to check on Burgett there. And she'll step back in with a 2-2 count. Ground ball past the diving Macy Neal into left field, fielded by Cameron Langley. So that's a base hit for Burgett. Moving Ellis to second. Burgett will be at first. And the right fielder Gracie Kirby coming to the plate. So Trevecca looking to get something going here in the top of the second to respond to the 2 runs scored by the Lady Bulldogs in the bottom half of the first. Ball high. 1-0 the count. Lady Bulldogs wearing all black this afternoon. Trevecca wearing their signature purple uniforms. Be a ball inside, so quickly 2-0 here to Kirby in her first at bat against Vaughn. Kirby was 0 for 3 in game 1 against Laney Baker. It's going to be another ball, so 3 straight balls to Kirby with the first baseman Sydney McCormick on deck. Here comes the 3-0 pitch from Vaughn. It's going to be a called strike on the inside corner. Kirby thought she had ball 4, but home plate umpire Robert Johnson said otherwise, so it'll be 3-1. And a ground ball foul down the left side. Makes it a full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the top half of the second inning here in game 2. Another foul ball over the first base dugout. Going to land past the visitors' bullpen. Kirby battling in this at bat against Riley Vaughn. Ground ball. And it skips away from the third baseman, Sarah Kate Thompson, unable to make a play on that. She had a force at the bag. I think she got ahead of herself, trying to tag the bag before she secured the ball. So that'll be an error on her. And now the bases are loaded for the Trojans as head coach Sydney Sterner comes out to the mound to speak with her infield and settle them down here with 1 out.
Your life, your home,
your business,
your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
So bases loaded with the Trevecca first baseman Sydney McCormick coming to the plate. McCormick was 0 for 2 with a strikeout in game 1. Ball will look to put her away here with 1 out. Takes that inside and low for ball 1. Infield in here for the Lady Bulldogs. Going to try to cut the run down at the plate. Should McCormick put it into play. It's going to be a high fly ball to center field. Dropped by the center fielder Morgan Jennings, so everybody will be safe. And Trevecca scores a run, making it 2-1. So that'll be an error on Jennings. McCormick will be on first. Kirby at second and Burgett at third.
Now batting the second baseman, number 11, Malone Threat.
So Trevecca has scored 1 here, and they only have 1 out here in the top of the second. Ball 1 taken by the second baseman Malone Thrift. That'll be a called strike on the inside part of the plate. 1-1 the count, 1 out. Vaughn going to try to work out of this jam. Bases loaded now. 2-1 the score. It's going to be a ball inside, so 2-1. To the Trevecca second baseman. Thrift is a senior this season. Hits that foul down the right side. She's from Cross Plains, Tennessee. So a 2-2 count here, 1 out. As Riley Vaughn and the Lady Bulldogs look to hold Trevecca at 1 run scored this half inning. And gloved by Macy Neal, throws over to the third baseman and gets the out there. But a run does score for Trevecca, so it's 2-2 now. Runners on first and second after that diving play by Macy Neal, able to get an out at third. Great play by her to keep that in the infield and make an out of it. So the leadoff hitter, Anna Bennett, will come to the plate. Takes that for a called strike on the outside part of the plate. Doesn't look like she liked that call, but it will be 0-1. Bennett is so far 0-1 in this game. She did have one of the 2 Trevecca hits in game 1 today. So 2 outs now. 0-1 the count. Ground ball. Gloved by the second baseman over to Zoe Neal at first for out number 3. Not before Trevecca ties it at 2 here. The Lady Bulldogs will go into the bottom of the second looking to reclaim their lead. We'll be back with you shortly.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
You trade in your car. You trade in your house. So why not get some equity back from your old HVAC system? McCoy's Heating and Air will now give you up to $2,000 trade-in for your old unit. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty with the purchase of a qualifying York system. That's right. Trade in your old unit and get up to $2,000. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty. For a limited time, only from McCoy's Heating and Air.
Welcome back to Festmeyer Field, home of the Union University Lady Bulldogs. We're in the bottom of the second here in game 2 of this doubleheader between Union and Trevecca. Trevecca scored 2 in the top of the second to tie the game at 2. Designated player Kira Finkley stepping into the box now to lead off the bottom of the second, trying to get something going here for Union. Hallie Grace Patton still on the mound for the Trojans. Finkley takes that for a ball outside. Finkley is a junior from Grenada, Mississippi, graduated from Grenada High School. We'll know the count here. She grounds that to the first baseman, McCormick, who takes it to the bag herself for out number 1. So that'll bring up second baseman Briley Carneal to the plate. Carneal was 1 for 2 in the first game. She'll look to get her second hit of the afternoon here against Patton. It's going to be lace foul. It's going to roll all the way to the field house for a strike on Carneal, 0-1 the count. Shows bunt, offers at it, so that'll be a strike. 0-2 quickly to Carneal. Another foul ball over the third base dugout. Carneal all over these pitches from Patton. Fouled straight back. Still 0-2 on Carneal. Staying in this at bat against Patton. See if she can get one she likes here. Hit that right center gap. And a swing and a miss. So that'll be Patton's first strikeout of the afternoon. Second out in this bottom of the second inning, bringing up the third baseman, Sarah Kate Thompson. Thompson was 1 for 2 with a strikeout in game 1.
Sarah Kate Thompson.
See if she can start a 2-out rally here for the Lady Bulldogs. With the leadoff, Morgan Jennings on deck. Shows bunt. And it hits her. She was able to pull back on that bunt attempt, so she will be on first now after that hit by pitch, and center fielder Morgan Jennings will come to the plate. Jennings is 0 for 1 so far in this game. 0 for 4 on the day as the Trevecca pitchers have had her number. See if she can break through here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. We'll get ready here for the first pitch of this at bat from Patton. This will be her 31st pitch of the game. Fouled back. Jennings being aggressive here against Patton. Looks like Trevecca is leaving some large gaps in left and right center. Let's see if Jennings could split one here. Might score Speedy Thompson if she were to do that. It's going to be a called strike. Thompson will be safe at second. The ball gets into the center field, so Thompson will head to third and make it diving in head first. So quickly now, Union has a runner at third base with Jennings at the plate. Good heads-up base running by Thompson to get to third on that play. So a base hit should score Thompson here. 0-2 the count to Jennings. going to be a ball inside, 1 and 2. Like it almost hit her. So the 1-2 pitch coming from Patton. And another ball, this time on the outside part of the plate, evens the count at 2. So 2s across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. In the bottom of the second, literally 2s across the board, 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for the Trojans, 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for Union. Cloudy here at Festmeyer Field today. The wind's blowing. We already have the lights on. And it's only 4:26 Central Standard Time. Ground ball to the third baseman. Throws across the infield to McCormick for out number 3. Good try there by Jennings, but that'll do it for the Lady Bulldogs here in the bottom of the second. Riley Vaughn will be back in the circle in the top of the third as her and the Lady Bulldogs look to hold Trevecca at bay. We'll be back with you shortly.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Welcome back to Festmeyer Field, home of the Union University Lady Bulldogs. We're in the top of the third here in Game 2 of this doubleheader between Trevecca and Union. The game is tied as of now, 2-2. Union scored 2 in the bottom of the first, and Trevecca scored 2 in the top of the second to tie the game. Riley Vaughn back in the circle for the Lady Bulldogs. She has given up 2 unearned runs on 2 hits, 1 strikeout. Be a ground ball foul by Kylie Chatakian, who is 0 for 1 so far. Did not see Chatakian in the first game today, but she is hitting in the 2-hole in Game 2 here, playing left field. Off-speed pitch there by Riley Vaughn. Called a ball by home plate umpire Robert Johnson. Nice pitch there by Vaughn, trying to throw Chatakian off balance. It'll be a ball high and in, so 2-1 the count to the Trojans left fielder. Called strike there, evens the count at 2, so 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss there, strike 3. Second strikeout of the afternoon for Riley Vaughn. Quick out here for Vaughn and the Lady Bulldogs. That'll bring the Trojan number 3 hitter Kendall Andrews to the plate.
Now batting the catcher, number 7.
She is the catcher in this game, also caught the first game. Was 0 for 3 for 2 strikeouts in Game 1. Is 0 for 1 with a strikeout so far in this game. And that'll hit her, so Trevecca has a runner on first now with 1 out, and designated player Maddie Poshk coming to the plate. Poshk is 1 for 1 so far today in this game. She was 1 for 3 in game 1, so 2 for 4 overall. Foul there. Andrews took a hard lead off of first. So 0-1 the count to Poshk. And Andrews will go. Throw by Marlar. Gets past the shortstop Neal into center field, but Andrews will hold at second. So the Trojans have a runner on second in scoring position now for the 4-hole hitter Poshk. So 1-1 the count, 1 out. Comes the 1-1 pitch from Vaughn. It's going to go off the knob of Poshk. Foul ball there, so 1-2 the count. Infield for Union playing normal depth here. Outfield the same. Swing and a miss and a ball in the dirt. Marlar throws down to first baseman Zoe Neal to get the out there. And Andrews will stay at second, so that's going to be the third strikeout of the game for Vaughn. 2 outs here in the top of the third, bringing the third baseman Annabelle Ellis to the plate. Ellis is 0 for 1 in this game. Was 0 for 2 in game 1 with a hit by pitch. That'll be a ball inside, 1-0 the count. Trevecca looking to capitalize here with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. It's going to be a little pop-up, caught by the third baseman Sarah Kate Thompson for out number 3. So Trojans are not able to get any after having a runner in scoring position. We'll head to the bottom of the third as the Lady Bulldogs look to reclaim the lead. We'll be back with you shortly.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Back to Festmeyer Field, home of the Union University Lady Bulldogs. The bottom of the third here in game 2 between Trevecca and Union. 2-hole hitter Macy Neal will be at the plate here. She is 1 for 1 in this game. Was 2 for 3 in the game earlier today, so she is 3 for 4 overall. Takes that off-speed pitch for a strike from Hallie Grace Patton, who's back in the circle for Trevecca. She has given up 2 unearned runs on 2 hits. Struck out 1 Lady Bulldog so far. Comes that 1 pitch. And another called strike, 0-2 the count to Macy Neal. Ground ball, fair. Down the left side, that's going to be at least a double. And she's going to hold up there as the ball went into foul territory or around the tarp. So she will stand on second with a double, bringing the catcher Courtney Marlar to the plate. Marlar's 0 for 1 in this game, was 2 for 2 in game 1.
Catcher number 4, Courtney Marlar.
Marlar is a great hitter behind Neal. Great 2-3 punch in that lineup. Work well around each other in lineup. It's going to be a ball outside. Neal can hit it just about anywhere it's pitched. From that hot shot past the third baseman. Get a double on that, so she's 2 for 2 in this game. 1-0 the pitch to Marlar. It's going to be foul over the first base dugout. 1-1 the count. Marlar has 2 home runs so far this season, 4 doubles. And that'll be a base hit through the right side. Neal's going to be waved around to score, and she will make it. So an RBI single by Marlar. 3-2 now, Lady Bulldogs. That's just proof right there, folks. 2 of the best hitters in the conference there, back to back. So a leadoff double for in this inning by Neal. Single by Marlar. She's at first now, and the cleanup hitter Zoe Neal at the plate. Takes that for a called strike on the inside part of the plate. She is 1 for 1 so far with an RBI. She had an infield bunt single her last at bat. It's going to be a ground ball foul down the left side. Couldn't quite sneak that in there for a fair ball. After that infield bunt single, it shows Zoe has power, can knock it out of the park. Also has a good small ball game. These Lady Bulldogs are good at working all sides of the ball. Ground ball to the second baseman. She's going to bobble it, throw to the first baseman, get Zoe, but Marlar's going to advance to second, so the Lady Bulldogs will have a runner in scoring position with 1 out, and that will bring the 5th-year grad student Mackenzie David to the plate. David is 0 for 1 so far in this game, was 0 for 2 with a strikeout in game 1. Let's see if she can get a base hit here with a runner in scoring position and 1 out to extend the Lady Bulldog lead. She'll take that one for a ball. Off-speed pitch there by Patton. And that'll be a foul ball, just foul. That was so close. Almost hit the line there for a foul ball. Fair ball. Just barely missed that one. So it'll be a strike, so evens the count at 1. And that'll be a ball outside, so hitters count here 2-1. To Mackenzie David, who looked to trade places with Marlar at second. Off-speed pitch in the dirt there. 3 balls, 1 strike to the 5th-year grad student from Scott, Louisiana. And a foul ball laced down the left side. David all over the pitches from Patton. Full count here, 3-2. With left fielder Cameron Langley waiting on deck. And that's going to be a line drive caught by the right fielder. Ivy lost her pitching cards on the way to first. So that'll be 2 outs after the granted bat by David, and the left fielder Cameron Langley will step to the plate with 2 outs, and Marler's still on second. Takes that for a called strike on the outside part of the plate. 0-1. Langley's 0-1 so far in this game. See if she can get a hit here against Patton. Takes that off-speed pitch for a ball. Evens the count at 1. Lady Bulldogs making Patton throw a decent number of pitches in each at bat. It'll be a foul ball into the net beside the first base dugout. Langley being aggressive here against Patton. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's going to be a fly ball to left field. Missed by the left fielder Chatakian. That'll score Marler, and Langley will be at second. So that'll be a base hit for Langley, an RBI, and the score is now 4-2 Lady Bulldogs. Nice piece of hitting there by Langley to get her first hit of the afternoon. So designated player Kira Finkley will step in the box. She's 0 for 1. Grounded to the first baseman last at bat. She'll take that inside for a called strike. So Lady Bulldogs scored 2 in the bottom of the first. Trevecca scored 2 in the top of the second. And Union has scored 2 in the bottom of the third now. So the score is 4-2. Looking to add more with the designated player Kira Finkley at the plate. Ground ball to the shortstop. Throws across to the first baseman Sydney McCormick to get Kira Finkley. So that'll do it for Union, but not before they scored 2 runs to make the count, to make the score 4-2. We'll be back with you shortly for the top of the 4th as Riley Vaughn is set to be back in the circle.
Your life. Your home.
Your business.
Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Welcome back to Festmeyer Field, home of the Union University Lady Bulldogs. We're on the top of the 4th here in Game 2 between Trevecca and Union. Lady Bulldogs scored 2 in the bottom of the 3rd to make the score 4-2. Riley Vaughn back in the circle for Union. She has struck out 3 Trevecca hitters today, giving up 2 unearned runs on 2 hits. The shortstop, Kylie Burgett, will be at the plate now. She is 1 for 1 so far today. Take that one inside for a ball. 1-0. And a called strike there, evens the count at 1. Another called strike there on that off-speed offering from Vaughn. So 1-2 the count to Burgett. Burgett's a sophomore from Franklin, Tennessee. And a swing and a miss there. Strike 3. Fourth strikeout of the afternoon for Vaughn. That'll bring the right fielder Gracie Kirby to the plate, who's 0 for 1.
Gracie Kirby.
Some action down in the Lady Bulldogs bullpen. Looks to be Emily Claire Felder. And a ball inside called on Kirby. So 1-0 the count. And another ball inside, 2-0. Lady Bulldogs infield playing fairly deep here against Kirby. It's going to be a called strike. Still hitters count though, 2-1. See if Vaughn can battle back here to get Gracie Kirby for the second out of the inning. That'll be ball 3 to the Trevecca right fielder. Ground ball foul. Brings it to a full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. In the top of the 4th. Game 1 lasted all of 1 hour and 19 minutes. Game 2 so far has been at least 40 minutes, and we're only in the 4th inning. And Kirby able to hold on that pitch, as first base umpire Brooke Parker said she did not check her swing. So that'll be a walk for Kirby, Vaughn's first walk of the game. Not sure what Coach Tyree was doing there, but it'll be Kirby at first, Sydney McCormick at the plate. Takes that for a ball, so 1-0. The count to McCormick. McCormick is 0 for 1 with an RBI in this game. Takes that low and in for ball 2. So 2-0 to the Trevecca first baseman. Called strike. Vaughn looks to get back into this count, 2-1. Kirby at first, McCormick at the plate, 2-1 the count. The pitch from Vaughn. It's going to be a ground ball. The shortstop, Macy Neal, scoops that up, throws to the second baseman, Briley Carneal, for the lead out. Can't get McCormick at first, so that'll be 2 outs as they get the lead runner at second. Good try there, though, to turn that double play. Lady Bulldogs have had a couple of those today, just couldn't quite beat the lead or the hitter running to first. So that'll be 2 outs with the second baseman Malone Thrift at the plate. She is 0 for 1 with an RBI in this game. Takes that for a ball, 1-0. And that'll be a called strike on the inside part of the plate. 1-1 the count to Malone Thrift. Another called strike. 1-2 now. Riley Vaughn ahead in this battle against Thrift. ball there, evens the count at 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Another ball, full count now, 3-2. Not sure head coach Sydney Sterner liked that call, but it will now be 3-2 to Malone Thrift. Looking to keep it going here for Trevecca with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. And that'll be ball 4. Second walk for Vaughn in the inning, so Trevecca has runners on first and second now, with the leadoff Anna Bennett coming to the plate. Looks like there will be a pinch runner here potentially for Trevecca. So it'll be Katie Brooks pinch running for Sydney McCormick at second.
Number 16, Katie Brooks.
So Trevecca has runners on first and second. Anna Bennett at the plate.
Now batting the center fielder, number 8, Anna Bennett.
Be a ball outside on Bennett, who is 0 for 2 in this game. Playing center field today for Trevecca. It's going to be a called strike, so evens the count at 1. Ball 2 on the outs. Oh, called a strike. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss there, strike 3. There'll be a strikeout to end the inning for Riley Vaughn. So Trevecca threatens but can't push any across. Still 4-2 Lady Bulldogs as we head to the bottom of the 4th. We'll be back with you shortly.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Welcome back to Fessmeyer Field, home of the Union University Lady Bulldogs. We're in the bottom of the 4th here in Game 2 between Trevecca and Union. The pinch runner from last half inning, Katie Brooks, is going to stay in to play first for Trevecca. Coach Stern and Coach Walling getting that written down. Hallie Grace Patton stays in the circle for Trevecca. This will be her 4th inning of work. Struck out 1, allowed 4 runs, 2 earned, and 5 hits. Briley Carneal will be at the plate for Union. She's playing second today for Lady Bulldogs. She's 0 for 1 in this game with 1 strikeout. She was 1 for 2 in the game earlier today, so overall she's 1 for 3 this afternoon. So here comes the first pitch of this at bat from Patton. It's going to be a ground ball foul for strike one. Cornell being aggressive against Patton. Foul off the fence in front of the third base dugout. 0-2 now to Carneal. It's going to be another foul ball. Still 0-2 to the Lady Bulldogs second baseman. Ball one. Cornell takes that one low and outside. So 1-2 the count. Lady Bulldogs look to add to their lead here in the bottom of the fourth. Up 4-2 over the Trojans of Trevecca Nazarene University. It's going to be off speed, high. Ball two evens the count at 2 apiece. It's going to be a base hit through the left side for Carneal. Battles through that at bat to get a base hit, so she is now 1 for 2 in this game. And leads off this home half of the fourth with a base hit. So that'll bring third baseman Sarah Kate Thompson to the plate.
Sarah Kate Thompson.
No outs here with Sarah Kate Thompson at the plate. She had a hit in the game earlier today. Shows bunt, gets it down. Third baseman charges, and she's going to be safe. So an infield bunt hit for Thompson. So Lady Bulldogs now have runners on first and second with the leadoff Morgan Jennings at the plate. Nice work there by the 8 and 9 hitters to get on for the top of the lineup.
Morgan Jennings.
So 2 hits back-to-back. And the center fielder, Morgan Jennings, at the plate. She is 0 for 5 so far today. Let's see if she can get a hit here against Patton. Shows bunt, and it's going to be foul. So 0-1 now to number 1. That's a sign from their third base coach, Brian Wallen, in his first season with the Lady Bulldogs. Assistant coach to head coach Sydney Sterner. Jennings tries that again. Foul again. So 0-2 now. Let's see what the Lady Bulldogs decide to do here. 0-2 to Jennings. No outs so far in this bottom of the fourth. And she takes that outside for a ball. 1-2 the count. Carneal at second, Thompson at first, Jennings at the plate. Comes the 1-2 pitch from Patton. It's going to be a fly ball cutting towards left field. The left fielder's under. It's going to grab that. So out number 1 in this inning. Carneal and Thompson stay at second and first. Jennings unable to move him up with that long fly ball. So that'll bring up the 2-hole hitter, Macy Neal, who is 2 for 2 in this game. 4 for 5 overall today. See if she can collect a couple RBIs here against Patton and the Trojans. 1 out. Runners on first and second. Neal at the plate. Takes that for a called strike outside. 0-1. Comes the 0-1 pitch from Patton. And it's going to be a foul ball. Couldn't quite sneak that past third in fair territory. Had a base hit like that the last time. Maybe was able to keep that one fair, though, for a double. Macy Neal can hit it just about anywhere it's pitched. Very tough out in this Lady Bulldogs lineup. 0-2 the count here to Neal. And off-speed pitch got her. Pop up. Who wants it? The second baseman is going to grab that. So 2 outs now. And the catcher, Courtney Marler, at the plate, who is 1 for 2 with an RBI in this one when she drove in Macy Neal in the bottom of the third. It's going to be called strike. It's going to be up. It's going to be fair, and an infield single for Courtney Marler. Perfectly placed there, so bases loaded now. 2 outs, and the first baseman, Zoe Neal, coming to the plate. Neal is 1 for 2 with an RBI in this game. Bases loaded in the bottom of the 7th against Delta State in Game 3. She crushed a grand slam. See what she does here with the bases loaded against Trevecca. Takes that off-speed pitch for a ball on the inside part of the plate. 1-0. Ball outside, 2-0. Looks like Patton's not wanting to give her anything she can handle. At the same time, she's got to be kind of aggressive so as not to walk Neal and automatically bring in a run. It's going to be a called strike. So 2-1 the count. Two on the count to Zoe Neal. And that's going to be high. And it's going to get out of play. That off-speed pitch. She was a little out in front on. If it had been a fastball, I might have seen another grand slam from Zoe Neal. Trevecca is mixing in that off-speed pitch nicely here against the Lady Bulldogs. 2-2 the count to Zoe Neal. 2 outs here. Bases loaded. It's going to be another foul ball, so Zoe Neal hanging in there. Looking to extend this Lady Bulldog lead here in the bottom of the 4th as they are ahead now, 4-2. After scoring 2 in the bottom of the 1st and 2 in the bottom of the 3rd. It's going to be a base hit through the right side. That'll score Carneal. Thompson's on her way. So a 2 RBI single by Zoe Neal. What an at-bat by the first baseman. So 6-2 now, Lady Bulldogs, after that line drive through the right side by Zoe Neal. So Courtney Marler at 3rd, Zoe Neal at 1st, and 5th-year grad student Mackenzie David at the plate. David looking for her first hit of the day here against Patton. Keep this 2-out rally going. It's going to be a ball inside. So 1-0 to the native of Scott, Louisiana. Miss Ingrid and Mr. Larry and Bryce are out there watching. Just wanted to say hello from Jackson, Tennessee. And it's going to be a fly ball. Center fielder is going to haul that in for the third out, but not before the Lady Bulldogs score 2 here in the bottom of the 4th to extend their lead to 6-2. Looks like Riley Vaughn will be back in the circle for the Lady Bulldogs. We'll be back with you soon for the top of the 5th inning.
Are you looking for a Christian college or are starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Back to Fesmeyer Field, home of the Union University Lady Bulldogs. We're in the top of the 5th here in Game 2 of this doubleheader between Trevecca and Union. Union scored 2 in the bottom of the 4th to make the score 6-2 in favor of the Bulldogs. Riley Vaughn back in the circle for Union. She has struck out 5 Trojans so far today. Kylie Chatakian in the box now. Takes that for a ball, 1-0. She is 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this game. And that'll be ball 2 on Chatakian. Addie Abel warming up in the Lady Bulldogs bullpen. It's going to be 3 quick balls to Chatakian. Going to be ball 4, so 4 straight balls to Chatakian. That'll be a leadoff walk in this inning. It's 3rd walk of the game for Vaughn. She has walked 3, struck out 5, allowed 2 unearned runs on 2 hits in this game. So the catcher, Kendall Andrews, will step in. She is 0 for 1 with a strikeout in this game. Take that for a called strike on the outside part of the plate. 0-1. Ball 1 evens the count there. Wind still whipping here at Fesmeyer Field. The lights are on. It's cloudy, but it's still a beautiful day for softball. Ball 2, 2-1 the count. Thought there was a chance we weren't going to get to play these 2 games with the weather, but pushed that away for today, so we were able to get these 2 in. This big regional matchup between Union and Trevecca. It's going to be a base hit through the left side for Andrews. Chatakian will stay at second, so there will be runners on first and second here. And there will be a pinch hitter here, Brianna Asmondi. She'll be hitting for Maddie Poshk here in this Trevecca half of the 5th inning.
Pitch hitting for the Trojans, number 34, Brianna Asmondi.
Big spot here for Asmondy, sophomore this season from Springfield, Tennessee, graduated from Springfield High School. Here comes the pitch from Riley Vaughn. It'll be a ball low and in, so 1-0 the count. Asmondy's hitting .500 so far. She's had 2 at-bats, 1 hit. It's going to be a high fly ball, shallow center. Oh, called by the right fielder, dropped it, scoots all the way to the first baseman, Zoe Neal. So bases will be loaded for Trevecca on that error by the right fielder. Wind, I believe, carried that one. I thought it was going to be in shallow center, but it was in shallow right center as it came down. So that'll bring the third baseman, Annabelle Ellis, to the plate with the bases loaded and no outs. Didn't mean to do that. Check swing, foul ball. So 0-1 now to Annabelle Ellis. Union infielders playing in. Going to try to get the lead runner at home. Don't want to give up any runs here. Be a ball outside, so evens the count at 1. Not sure Coach Sterner was happy with that call. So another ball there. I'm going to see if she went around. She did not, says third base umpire Kevin Newbern. So 2-1 the count to Annabelle Ellis, who is 0 for 2 today. And another ball, so 3-1 the count to the Trojans' third baseman. It's going to be a base hit up the middle. That'll score at least 1. Here comes the second runner, and she will be out at the plate. So a base hit by Ellis scores 1. A runner thrown out at the plate. So that'll be 1 out. Runners on first and second now for the Trojans. And Kylie Burgett coming to the plate.
Now batting the shortstop, number 33, Kylie Burgett.
So the Union lead is only 6-3 now as Trevecca scores that 1 run. That'll be a ball inside. 1-0 to the Trojan shortstop, Kylie Burgett. It's going to be a pop-up. Who wants it? And the pitcher, Riley Vaughn, is going to get that one. Comes all the way from the circle into foul territory to catch that one. Catches it over catcher Courtney Marler. So that'll be 2 outs here.
Now batting the right fielder, number 17, Gracie Kirby.
So Gracie Kirby will come to the plate. The right fielder in this game for Trevecca. Also the right fielder in the first game. With 2 outs. Called strike on the outside part of the plate. Quickly 0-1. She is 0 for 1 today with a walk. Ball 1 outside. Evens the count at 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. It's going to be a long foul ball off the fence outside of the field. Pop up, stay in fair territory for Courtney Marler. She gloves it, so that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. Trevecca scores 1 in their top half of the 5th. We go into the bottom of the 5th as Union looks to score a few more in this game 2 between Trevecca and Union. We'll be back with you shortly.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
You trade in your car. You trade in your house. So why not get some equity back from your old HVAC system? McCoy's Heating and Air will now give you up to $2,000 trade-in for your old unit. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty with the purchase of a qualifying York system. That's right. Trade in your old unit and get up to $2,000. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty. For a limited time, only from McCoy's Heating and Air.
Welcome back to Festmeyer Field, home of the Lady Bulldogs of Union University. We are in the bottom of the fifth of game 2 between the Trevecca Nazarene University Trojans and the Lady Bulldogs. Hallie Grace Patton back in the circle for Trevecca. Cameron Langley, the left fielder, stepping into the box. She is 1 for 2 today with an RBI. Ground ball, gloved by the third baseman, Annabelle Ellis, thrown across to the first baseman for out number 1. Thought for a second that was going to sneak through to the left side, but Ellis made a good play on that one. So 1 out here in the home half of the fifth, and the DP Kara Finkley comes to the plate, who is 0 for 2 so far today. See if she can get something going with 1 out here. It's going to be a called strike on that off-speed pitch by Patton. Be a called strike, so quickly 0-2 to the designated player here, Kara Finkley. Second baseman Briley Carneal waits on deck. It's going to be a ball inside. 1-2 now to Finkley. And a swing and a miss there by Finkley, so that'll be a strikeout for Patton, her second of the game. And 2 outs now in the bottom of the fifth, and second baseman Briley Carneal will come to the plate. Carneal is 1 for 2 with a strikeout today.
Now at the plate, the second
Want
baseman,
to
number 9,
get on here for the start of a rally with 2 outs. Takes that for a called strike on the outside part of the plate. I don't think she liked that one. Judging by her reaction. So 0-1 now. Off-speed pitch. Called strike 2. So 0-2 now to the second baseman, Briley Carneal. Hard foul ball. Almost into the Union dugout. Briley Carneal battling here, 0-2. 2 outs. The home half of the fifth. It's going to be another foul ball. Still 0-2. Carneal trying to get rid of the pitcher's pitches, get one she can handle here. Big gap out in right center. It's going to be another foul ball back, caught by the on-deck hitter Sarah Kate Thompson. Ball 1 to Carneal, so 1-2 now to the Lady Bulldogs second baseman. Patton has given up 9 hits to the Lady Bulldogs, 6 runs, only 4 earned, and 2 strikeouts so far in this game. Cornell able to keep her hands back, foul off that off-speed pitch to keep the count at 1-2. Staying alive here in this one. Union baseball playing behind us, down 5-2 right now. So that'll be ball 2, evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning to Briley Cornell. Swing and a miss. Cornell down on strikes. 3rd strikeout of the afternoon for Patton. So that'll do it for the Lady Bulldogs in the home half of the 5th. We'll be back with you shortly for the top of the 6th as Riley Vaughn looks to be back in the circle for the Lady Bulldogs.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Welcome back to Festmeyer Field, home of the Union University Lady Bulldogs. It's the top of the 6th here in this game 2 of a doubleheader between Trevecca and Union. Riley Vaughn back in the circle for the Lady Bulldogs. She has struck out 5, walked 3, given up 4 hits and only 3 runs, all 3 unearned in this game. Katie Brooks will be at the plate for Trevecca after entering earlier in the game. Brooks is a junior from Clarksville, Tennessee, and she'll put that one in play. Foul, but caught by Sarah Kate Thompson for out number 1. So quickly 1 out here in the Trevecca half of the 6th. So number 1, Reagan Hunter, coming to the plate. Hunter is a freshman this season from Ashland City, Tennessee. He's a graduate of Sycamore High School. Takes that one for a ball outside. Hunter playing left field now for Trevecca in this one. It's going to be a called strike on the inside part of the plate. Evens the count at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Hunter's hitting .333 so far. Has had 3 at-bats, 1 hit, 4 runs scored. Takes that one for ball 2, so 2-1 the count to Reagan Hunter. Another called strike, evens the count at 2, 2-2. Ball 3 high. Full count now, 3-2 to Hunter. It's going to be, oh, caught by the first baseman, Zoe Neal. What a play. Thought it was going to get down, but she dove, was able to extend and catch that one off the ground. What a catch by the first baseman, Zoe Neal. That is 4 straight foul outs for Trevecca. What a play by the diving Zoe Neal. 2 outs now. And leadoff Anna Bennett at the plate. 0 for 3 in this one. She takes that one for ball 1. 1-0. And a foul ball. She wishes she hadn't done that. 1-1 now. Sarah Kate Thompson needing a tire shoe. So she's ready now. Infield playing back here with Bennett at the plate. Ball high, 2-1. Ball 3, outside. 3-1, hitters count here to Anna Bennett. 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Called strike. Bennett was going to be on her way to first. Didn't think that was a strike there. But she'll come back and get the 3-2 pitch from Riley Vaughn. And put it in play. Second baseman fields it. Wild throw. So error on Briley Carneal there. And Bennett will be on with Kylie Chitakian coming to the plate.
Now batting the second baseman, number 22, Kylie Chitakian.
Ball there from Riley Vaughn. 1-0 the count to Kylie Chitakian, who is 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout in this game. Bennett taking a hard lead. Fooled me. I thought she was going. Called strike there. 1-1. Ball outside. 2-1 the count to Chitakian. Lacey Neal walking back to her position after going to second to keep the runner at first. And another ball. Oh, called strike. 2-2 the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As Riley Vaughn looks to get out of this. And a foul. Oh, they're going to say hit by pitch, so she's going to be at first. Sydney Sterner comes out, wants to talk with the home plate umpire, Robert Johnson, about that one. Not sure about that one. It looked like Chitakian was coming back to the plate, but home plate umpire Robert Johnson sent her back to first, so there'll be a conference now between the 3 umpires, Robert Johnson, Brooke Parker, and Kevin Newman. Let's see what they decide here. So she is going to be at first with a hit by pitch. Sydney Sterner not happy with that call. So that'll bring the catcher Kendall Andrews to the plate as Trevecca is threatening here with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Their 3-hole hitter at the plate who is 1 for 2 today with a strikeout. Riley Vaughn would definitely like to put her away here, get out of this jam. Ball high, 1-0. Called strike, evens the count at 1. Vaughn's pitch count, almost 120 here. It's the sign from head coach Sydney Sterner, and here comes the pitch. Called strike 2. 1-2 now to Andrews. Vaughn 1 strike away from getting out of this one. Ball 2 evens the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Once again here in the top of the 6th. Union looks to hold Trevecca, keep their lead at 6-3. That's going to be a foul ball. Runner's able to get a piece of that one to stay alive here. This at bat. Here comes the pitch from Vaughn. It's going to be ball 3. Marler throws it down to the first baseman, Zoe Neal, to get Chatakian. Brooke Parker calls her safe. And Bennett will move up to third. So runners on first and third now. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Chatakian will be running. Ball 4. So another walk by Vaughn, and that'll be bases loaded with 2 outs. Sydney Sterner goes to the circle, have a talk with her infield.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
So Vaughn will stay out to pitch. And at the plate will be Brianna Osmondy, who came in and has had 1 at bat so far. Pinch hit for Maddie Poshk. She's now the designated player. She was 0 for 1 in her first at bat, so she will look to take advantage of a bases loaded situation here with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. It's going to be a called strike on the inside part of the plate, so 0-1 to Osmondy. That was Vaughn's 121st pitch. Ball high, evens the count at 1. Lady Bulldogs infield deep as they have a force at any base. It's going to be foul back behind the press box, so 1-2 the count to Osmondy. As Vaughn looks to erase this Trojan threat here in the top of the 6th. Off-speed pitch, almost fooled her. She's able to get a piece to stay alive. 1-2 the count to Osmondy. Looks like Vaughn will ask for a new ball. So 1-2 the count, bases loaded. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, 6th strikeout of the afternoon for Vaughn, able to get out of that bases loaded jam. Still 6-3 Union going into the bottom of the 6th. We'll be back with you shortly.
Your life. Your home.
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, We take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Welcome back to Fesmeyer Field, home of the Union University Lady Bulldogs. We're in the home half of the sixth here in game 2 of a doubleheader between Trevecca Nazarene University and Union. Third baseman Sarah Kate Thompson is going to be in the batter's box for Union. Hallie Grace Patton is still in the circle for Trevecca. Shows bunt, pulls back. That's going to be a called strike. So 0-1 to Thompson. Trevecca was threatening with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the top of the 6th, but couldn't push any runs across, so it's still 6-3 Union. Hard line drive foul down the left side. 0-2 to Sarah Kate Thompson. Transfer from Itawamba Community College. In her first season as a Lady Bulldog. And she pokes this one. It's going to land in front of the shortstop. And she's going to be safe with an infield hit. Perfectly placed was that ball. So she is on to lead off the bottom of the 6th with an infield hit. And the leadoff, Morgan Jennings, coming to the plate. 0 for 6 today. Looking to get her first hit of the afternoon. Comes the pitch from Patton. Shows bunt, pulls back. That's going to be a called strike, so 0-1 the count. Shows bunt, pulls back, slashes it foul. Caught by the on-deck hitter, Macy Neal. Couple of catches by the on-deck hitter so far for Union today. An 0-2 count to Morgan Jennings, the center fielder for Union. Wind is still whipping out on Fesmeyer Field on this cloudy day. Ground ball deflected by the pitcher. Base hit there as the second baseman's unable to get Morgan Jennings in time. So finally, Morgan Jennings breaks through for her first hit of the afternoon. Good time for it here as there's runners on first and second with Macy Neal coming to the plate. Bottom of the 6th here in game 2 as Union will look to add to their 6-3 lead. Neal is 2 for 3 in this game. Tough out at the plate here. Looks like there might be a pitch and change here for Trevecca. See who it's going to be. I believe number 2, Alex Benke, is going to come to the mound for Trevecca. Benke is a senior this season. She's from Old Hickory, Tennessee, graduate of Donaldson Christian Academy. So far this season, Benke has a 3.91 ERA, has appeared in 6 games, started 4, is 2-0 so far this season, struck out 9, has a .246 batting average against. Let's see if the Lady Bulldogs can keep their momentum going against Benke.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
You trade in your car. You trade in your house. So why not get some equity back from your old HVAC system? McCoy's Heating and Air will now give you up to $2,000 trade-in for your old unit. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty with the purchase of a qualifying York system. That's right. Trade in your old unit and get up to $2,000. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty. For a limited time, only from McCoy's Heating and Air.
So Banky getting ready with her first pitch of the afternoon to Macy Neal. She takes that for a ball outside. 1-0 the count. Sarah Kate Thompson at second. Morgan Jennings at first. $11 hits so far in this game for the Lady Bulldogs. Neal takes that one for a strike. Evens the count at 1. Comes the pitch. Ball outside, 2-1 the count. Two and 1 the count to the Lady Bulldogs number 2 hitter. And lace foul over the fence on the outside of the field. Long foul ball by Macy Neal. Hopefully she'll straighten that one out here with a 2-2 count. Two and 2 to the Lady Bulldogs shortstop. Outside for a ball, off-speed pitch there by Benke. Full count, 3-2. Ground ball, gloved by the first baseman. She's going to have one play to get Neal out at first, but she moves the runners up. Thompson's now at third, Jennings at second, 1 out, and the catcher Courtney Marler come to the plate. Marler's 2 for 3 with an RBI in this game. Let's see if she can continue her hot streak here against Benke and the Trojans. Score a couple more runs for the Lady Bulldogs here. Takes that one for a called strike. 0-1 the count to the Lady Bulldogs catcher. Shows bunt, gets it down, back to the pitcher. She's going to have one play, throwing it over to the second baseman. So that'll be an RBI for Marler, sack bunt there. Scoring Sarah Kate Thompson from third, so it's 7-3 Union now. And that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Zoe Neal, who is 2 for 3 in this game with an RBI. Had a line drive base hit to the right side her last time up to score a run. She'll take that one inside for a ball. 1-0. Morgan Jennings is now at third, so runner on third for Zoe Neal here in the bottom of the 6th. Came around that outside pitch a little bit, fouled it off. 1-1. One ball, one strike, 2 outs here in the home half of the 6th. Takes that one for a ball inside. 2-1. And that'll be ball 3. So good hitters count here for Zoe Neal with a runner on third. And that'll be ball 4 for Zoe Neal. So now she has 2 for 3 with a walk. Runners on first and third now with the right fielder, Mackenzie David, at the plate. Looks to get on the board with her first hit of the afternoon in this at bat against Benke. Takes that one. Oh, Zoe Neal falls down at first base. And MJ Jennings will score. Zoe Neal will be at second on that play. Way to turn that into something for the Lady Bulldogs. Covers from that. So 0-1 the count to David. Ball 1, 1-1 the count. It is 8-3 Lady Bulldogs after that fall by Zoe Neal, forced to throw, and MJ Jennings scored. Zoe Neal ended up at second. Ball 2, so 2-1 the count to David. And ball 3 there. So 3-1 now to the Union right fielder. Strike 2 on David. So full count here with 2 outs. Fouled the plate. It's going to be foul. So Zoe Neal will go back to second. David will come back to the plate and we'll do it again. 3-2, 2 outs. Some action out in the Trevecca bullpen. Here comes a 3-2 pitch to David. It's going to be a base hit to left field. Zoe Neal is going to be stopped at third. David will go back to first. So that's going to be a base hit for David, her first of the afternoon. And now runners on first and third with the left fielder Cameron Langley at the plate. Looks like there might be a pinch runner here. Potentially. Haley Sipes is going to come in to run for Mackenzie David. No, wait a second. That's going to be Alyssa Harville coming in to run for Mackenzie David.
Pitch running for the Lady Bulldogs, number 17, Alyssa Harville.
My bad on that. Looked like a 2 from up here. So Cameron Langley will dig in here. She is 1 for 3 so far in this game with an RBI. She's up with runners on first and third here in the bottom of the 6th. Takes that one for a called strike, 0-1. Lady Bulldogs scored 2 in the bottom of the first, 2 in the bottom of the third, 2 in the bottom of the fourth, and now 2 in the bottom of the sixth so far to make the score 8-3. It's going to be a ball inside. He ends the count at 1. DP Kira Finkley waits on deck. It's going to be another ball, so 2-1 the count to Cameron Langley. Be ball 3, and they're going to throw Alyssa Harville out trying to steal second. So the run does not count coming home there. So 8-3 is the score. We're going to the top of the 7th. Riley Vaughn will be back in the circle for the Lady Bulldogs. And we'll be back with you shortly for the top half of the 7th inning.
Are you looking for a Christian college or starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Welcome back to Festmeyer Field, home of the Union University Lady Bulldogs. We're in the top of the 7th here as Trevecca is down to their final 3 outs here in Game 2 of this doubleheader. Union ahead 8-3. Annabelle Ellis will be at the plate for Trevecca. She's 1 for 3 today with an RBI. Riley Vaughn back in the circle for Union. Has struck out 3 Trojans so far, walked 4, and given up 3 unearned runs on 4 hits. Looking to get her 4th win of the season. It's going to be a ball inside, so 1-0 the count on Annabelle Ellis. She looks to get something going here with no outs for Trevecca in the top of the 7th inning. It's going to be ball 2. 2-0 now to Annabelle Ellis, who's a freshman this season from Dixon. Laced past Sarah Kate Thompson at third. That'll be a base hit for Annabelle Ellis, her 2nd of the game, so she's 2 for 4 in this game with an RBI. That one was hit right on the screws. Nothing much that the third baseman, Sarah Kate Thompson, could do about that. So, runner at first. And shortstop Kylie Burgett's going to be at the plate, but there's going to be a pinch runner here for Ellis. Not sure who this pinch runner is going to be. So there will not be a pinch runner here. Ellis will stay at first, and Kylie Burgett at the plate. It's going to be a pinch runner on deck. Pitcher from the first game, Ashlyn Sensing. Comes the pitch. It's going to be foul on the right side, out of play. So 0-1 now to Burgett, who is 1 for 3 in this game with a strikeout. Vaughn gets the pitch call from Sterner. And that'll be ball high and out. So 1-1 to the shortstop, Kylie Burgett. Ball 2. Hitters count 2-1. With Ashlyn Sensing waiting on deck. Ball 3 from Vaughn, so 3-1 the count to Burgett. Looking to continue this Trevecca rally in the top of the 7th as they have a runner on the leadoff hit. It's going to be foul, out of play. Well, in play, but out of the reach of Thompson and Langley. So it'll be a full count now. Burgett still at the plate. No outs. This Trevecca top of the 7th. It's going to be foul, out of play. And we'll do it again, 3-2. And a called strike 3. That'll be the 7th strikeout of the afternoon for Riley Vaughn. Gets Burgett looking. And the pinch hitter here for Gracie Kirby will be Ashlyn Sensing. We saw her in game 1. She was the starting pitcher for Trevecca. It'll be a ball. 1-0. To Sensing. Riley Vaughn looking to slam the door here in the top of the 7th. It's going to be fouled back. So evens the count at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. So ball 2 to Sensing. 2-1 the count. Strike 2. 2-2 the count to Ashlyn Sensing. Vaughn looks to get her out here. It's going to be a ground ball. Macy Neal overran it a little bit. Went off her glove. She tried to backhand it, so it's going to be a hit from Sensing. So Ellis at second, Sensing at first. Runners first and second for the Trojans here with 1 out in the top of the 7th.
Pinch hitting for the Trojans, number 6, Callie Williams.
So Callie Williams will pinch hit here for Katie Brooks. Her first at bat of this game. And there will be a pinch runner as Addie Grace Summers will run for Sensing.
Number 14, Addie Grace Summers.
So 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Callie Williams at the plate. Runners on first and second. Reagan Hunter on deck. Going to be a called strike on the outside part of the plate. 0-1 now to Callie Williams. Haley Sipes now at second base for the Lady Bulldogs. Alyssa Harville stayed in to play right. It's going to be a ball outside, so 1-1 in the count on Williams. Called strike, so 1-2 the count. It's going to be a base hit through the left side, and Ellis will hold up at third, so base is loaded now after that pinch hit, base hit by Callie Williams. That'll bring up Reagan Hunter, who is 0 for 1 so far in this game. Looks like head coach Sydney Sterner is going to have a meeting at the mound. See what she decides to do here. With 1 out in the top of the 7th, and the base is loaded.
Your life. Your home.
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Union fans cheering on their starting pitcher, Riley Vaughn, giving her some encouragement here. With the bases loaded and 1 out, Reagan Hunter at the plate, 0 for 1 in her only at bat in this game. Trevecca trying to mount a comeback here in the top of the 7th. It's going to be a ball low, so 1-0 the count to Reagan Hunter, the Trevecca left fielder. And another ball, 2-0. Ball 3. 3 straight balls here from Vaughn. See if Hunter has the green light here. I wouldn't think she would, but we'll see. And she takes that one for ball 4. So 4 straight balls to Hunter, and that'll walk in Ellis, so it's 8-4 now, Union. Base is still loaded for Trevecca, and the leadoff Anna Bennett at the plate. She is 0 for 4 in this game with a strikeout.
Now batting the center fielder, number 8, Anna Bennett.
She'll look to get her first hit of the game. And 5 balls in a row now for Vaughn, who has walked 5 so far in this game, striking out 7. And a called strike on the outside part of the plate, so 1-1 now. Still 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Wind still blowing pretty hard here at Fesmeyer Field. The dust is kicking up. Going to be ball 2, so 2-1 now. Riley Vaughn about to throw the 2-1 pitch. And that's going to be strike 2, so 2-2 the count now to Bennett. Looking to Continue this rally by Trevecca here in the top of the 7th inning. They've already scored 1. It's going to be a ground ball back up the middle, so that'll score at least 1. Second runner coming in. She is going to make it safely, so that'll be runners on first and second now with Katakian coming up. Riley Vaughn going to give way to Emily Claire Felder. So it is now 8-6 Union here in the top of the 7th, 1 out. Emily Claire Felder has a 2.91 ERA so far this season. She has appeared in 7 games, gotten 5 starts. Her record is 3-2. She has struck out 30 hitters so far this season, has a 295 batting average against. See if she can hold Trevecca here, as Union's lead is now only 2 after Trevecca scored 3 runs so far at the top of this inning. 8-6 is the score. And Kylie Chatakian coming to the plate.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Everybody getting their pitching cards changed, as there is a new Union pitcher out there. So 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Emily Claire Felder on the mound. And Kylie Chatakian at the plate. Runners on first and second. It's going to be a called strike on the outside part of the plate, so 0-1. Good start here for Emily Claire Felder. Opportunity for a save here for Emily Claire. She can hold them here. It's going to be foul ball. Catcher Courtney Marler lost it for a second, but it was foul, so it's 0-2 now to Chatakian, who is 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout in this game. It's going to be ground ball foul. So we'll do it 0-2 again. Runners will go back to first and second. Chatakian coming back to the plate. As Emily Claire Felder is ready to throw her next pitch. Fouled straight back. Chatakian all over that one. Felder coming in a tough spot here with runners on first and second. See if she can get out of it, as the Trojans are down to their last 2 outs of this game. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Felder comes in, retires the first batter she faces in a strikeout fashion. So catcher Kendall Andrews will come to the plate as the Trojans' final hope here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Runners on first and second. It's going to be a ball outside and low for a 1-0 start to this count for Andrews. And that's going to be a base hit, right center. Morgan Jennings is going to slide, can't cut it off. It gets the fence, so both runners are going to score. Andrews is into third, sliding in. So it is a tie ball game here in the top of the 7th, 8-8. Not what the Lady Bulldogs wanted right here in the top of the 7th as they came into this inning with an 8-3 lead. So Andrews will be at third. Brianna Asmondy coming to the plate. 2 outs. Runner on third. It's going to be ball outside. So hopefully the Lady Bulldogs can keep it tied here and go into the bottom of the 7th and score at least, well, 1 run to win it. Swing and a miss. Osmondy pulled off of that one. So it'll be 1-1 now. 2 outs. Ball in the dirt. 2-1. Ball outside. 3-1 the count now to Osmondy, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this game. Andrews is at third. It's going to be ball 4, a walk to Osmondy, so runners on first and third now. And Annabelle Ellis coming to the plate, who is 2 for 4 in this game with an RBI.
Baseman number 28, Annabelle Ellis.
Annabelle Ellis started this rally in the top of the 7th, so the Trojans have now batted around here. It's going to be fouled back, 0-1. See, hopefully the Lady Bulldogs will be able to get out of this jam tied going into the bottom of the 7th. Ground ball, gloved by the shortstop, fires across to the first baseman Zoe Neal to get the out. So Trojans score 5 in the top of the 7th to tie the game at 8. We're headed to the bottom of the 7th where the Lady Bulldogs will hope to walk it off. We'll be back with you shortly.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
You trade in your car. You trade in your house. So why not get some equity back from your old HVAC system? McCoy's Heating and Air will now give you up to $2,000 trade-in for your old unit. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty with the purchase of a qualifying York system. That's right. Trade in your old unit and get up to $2,000. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty. For a limited time, only from McCoy's Heating and Air.
Welcome back to Fessmeyer Field, home of the Union University Lady Bulldogs. It is tied 8-8 between Trevecca and Union in the bottom of the 7th inning, as Trevecca scored 5 in the top of the 7th to tie the game at 8 apiece. So Callie Williams will stay in the game to play first for Trevecca, and Gracie Kirby is coming in to play right field. She was already in the game. She's coming back in. And Cameron Langley at the plate with Alex Benke still on the mound, and that's going to be a check swing pop-up caught by the catcher Andrews. So out number 1 quickly here for Union, and that'll bring up the DP Kira Finkley, who is 0 for 3 with a strikeout in this game.
The designated player number 6, Kira
It's going to be a called strike on the inside part of the plate, 0-1. Here comes the pitch from Benke. Off speed, high for a ball, so evens the count at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Finkley looking to get her first hit of the game here. And that'll be a ball inside, so 2-1 the count. Wind is whipping pretty hard out there on Fessmeyer Field. And hear it blowing up here in the press box. And that is another ball. It looked like it almost brushed her jersey. When Kara Finkley steps back in the box, you can see her jersey ruffling in the wind. Three and 1 the count to the Union DP. That's going to be a high drive, caught by the left fielder. I think the wind caught that one, or it might have gone a little farther, but good stroke there by Kira Finkley. So that'll bring up the second baseman, Haley Sipes, in her first at bat of this game. Thought I was going to get to call another walk-off there, folks, but didn't quite happen. Sipes now stands in against Benke. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. That's going to be a line drive caught by the diving Kirby. Hung up just long enough for her to be able to dive and get under it, so that'll do it for the home half of the 7th as we go into extras here in Game 2 of this doubleheader between Union and Trevecca. We'll be back with you shortly.
Are you looking for a Christian college or are starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
To Fessmeyer Field, home of the Lady Bulldogs of Union University. We're in extras here in Game 2 between the Trevecca Nazarene University Trojans and the Lady Bulldogs. As Trevecca scored 5 in the top of the 7th to tie the game at 8. Union couldn't push any across in the bottom of the 7th, so here we go. It'll be international tiebreaker with Annabelle Ellis at second, and the shortstop Kylie Burgett at the plate. She shows bunt, pulls back. It's a called strike, so 0-1 the count. Emily Claire Felder still in the circle for Union. She has struck out 1, walked 1, and allowed 1 hit so far in this game in her appearance. It's going to be a ground ball, bobbled by the third baseman Thompson. Fires across to the first baseman Zoe Neal. Not in time though, so Burgett will be on. Ellis stays at second. Runners on first and second now. So there is a force play now that Union has at third. Error there on Thompson to allow a runner to get on. And the right fielder Gracie Kirby will be at the plate, and she shows bunt, pulls back for a ball, so 1-0. There's going to be a meeting at the mound now between the infielders and their pitcher and catcher. Really hear the wind whistling in the press box as the sun is completely down. Lights are shining bright here at Fesmeyer Field on this February night in Jackson, Tennessee. Shows bunt, foul. So that'll be a strike, 1-1. As Kirby comes back, we'll do it again. 1-1 the count. Burgett on first, Ellis on second. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Here comes the pitch from Felder. Shows bunt, and it'll be foul again, so 1-2. Kirby unable to execute that bunt play. See what she does here with 1 ball and 2 strikes. She is 0 for 2 in this game with a walk. And that'll be a ball, so evens the count at 2, 2-2. It's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 3, so first out of the inning for Felder and the Lady Bulldogs. Runner still on first and second, and Callie Williams at the plate. She is 1 for 1 so far when she came in and pinch hit, got a hit in her first at bat of this game. Comes the pitch from Felder. Shows bunt, foul. Trevecca hitters are having trouble bunting the ball here in this 8th inning. So it'll be 0-1 the count to Callie Williams. Burgett on first, Ellis on second. Williams at the plate. It's going to be a ball, so evens the count at 1. Ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. That's going to be a ball inside, so 2-1 the count on Williams. Felder looking to retire her for the 2nd out. Ground ball through the hole, and Ellis will run to score. Langley's throw is going to be in time to throw out Ellis at home. What a play by Langley, a tag by Marlar. So that'll be 2 outs, and the Trojans will have runners on second and third. What a play by Langley to throw out Ellis at the plate and keep the game tied at 8 apiece. So 2 outs now. Reagan Hunter at the plate. Strike 1 for Felder. 0-1 the count. And that ball gets away from Marlar, and so the Trojans will score. 9-8. Runner at third now for the Trojans. 1-1 the count to Hunter. It's going to be a ball, so 2-1 now to the Trojan left fielder. Called strike there, evens the count at 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. As the Trojans have scored 1, and the score is 9-8. It's going to be ground ball fielded by Felder, flip to Zoe Neal for out number 3. Not before the Trojans scored 1. 9-8 going to the bottom of the 8th. We'll see if Union can come back here. We'll be back with you shortly.
Coach is hit!
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Festmeyer Field, home of the Union University Lady Bulldogs. It's the bottom of the 8th here. We're in extras in this game 2 between Trevecca and Union. Trevecca scored 1 in the top half of the 8th. It's now the bottom of the 8th. Haley Sipes will be on second for Union in this international tiebreaker 8th inning. Sarah Kate Thompson at the plate. She is 2 for 2 today. See if she can get a third hit here in this 8th inning. Shows bunt, pulls back. That's going to be a ball, so 1-0. Alex Benke still in the game for Trevecca. She has walked 1, allowed 1 hit, no runs in her outing so far. Shows bunt, pops it back, so foul. 1-1 the count. These Trevecca and Union hitters are struggling with the bunt call here in this international tiebreaker situation. Thompson gets the call from Coach Wallen. She will show bunt here. Pull back and try to slap it. Misses it, so it's 1-2 now to Thompson. See what she can do here with 2 strikes. No outs. Bottom of the 8th. It's going to be a ball high, so evens the count at 2. So here comes the 2-2 pitch to Thompson. It's going to be a line drive foul. Almost able to keep that fair. She'll stay in this at bat. 2-2. With leadoff hitter Morgan Jennings on deck. If you're Union, this is the part of the lineup you want to see coming around. After Thompson, it'll be Jennings, Macy Neal, Courtney Marler, Zoe Neal. Comes the pitch from Benke. It's going to be a ball, so full count now to Thompson, 3-2. Here comes the pitch from Benke. It's going to be a base hit back up the middle. And they're waving Sipes around. She's going to come in, and she is going to be out at the plate. Well, the throw right on the money to the catcher. Sipes couldn't make it past the tag, so she will be out at the plate. They're being sent around to score. However, Thompson will be at second with 1 out. So 1 out, Thompson at second. Lead off Morgan Jennings at the plate. She is 1 for 4 in this game. See if she can get something going here with 1 out. It's going to be a ball outside. 1-0 the count. Comes the pitch from Benke. 1-0. It's going to be foul back towards the field house, so it's going to even the count 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here with Morgan Jennings at the plate. Sarah Kay Thompson at second. Got a lot of speed out there. Down 9-8. It's going to be another foul ball to the left side. So Benke ahead 1-2 to Morgan Jennings. The 2-hole hitter Macy Neal on deck. Large gap out in right center. Be nice if Morgan Jennings could split that here in this at bat. Takes that for a ball, evens the count at 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's going to be high. The ball is hooking, caught by the shortstop. So that'll be 2 outs. Sarah Kay Thompson at second, Macy Neal coming to the plate. Lady Bulldogs are down to their final out here after being ahead 8-3 going into the top of the 7th. They are now down 9-8 here in the bottom of the 8th. Neal is 2 for 4 in this game. See if she can get a 3rd hit here. It's going to be a ball outside, so 1-0 the count to the shortstop Macy Neal. Another ball. Looks like Trevecca's kind of pitching around her here. I don't blame them, as Neal is a extremely good hitter. 2-0. Oh, rocket foul. A little early on that one. 2-1. Surprised that they threw that one in there. That could have been bad news for Trevecca. So Macy Neal just got around that ball just a little bit and sent it foul. Another ball, so 3-1 the count to the Union 2-hole hitter. But an equally as dangerous hitter, Courtney Marler, the catcher, waits on deck, so kind of pick your poison here if you're Trevecca. It's going to be ball 4. So Macy Neal will take a walk and she'll head down to first. Sarah Kay Thompson is at second. Macy Neal at first. The catcher, Courtney Marler, coming to the plate. Marler is 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs this game. Perfect spot for another RBI here for Marler. Catcher Andrews wants to have a chat with her pitcher, Benke. And Coach Tyree coming out to the mound here. There's going to be a meeting in the circle with all of the Trevecca defense, deciding what they want to do here with runners on first and second, and the 3-hole hitter Courtney Marler coming to the plate. So Trevecca coming up with a game plan here as they're going to try to hold on to the lead that they took in the top half of this inning. Their first lead of the whole day. So Banky gets ready to throw the first pitch to Courtney Marler. And called strike on the inside part of the plate to Marler, 0-1. So 0-1 the count to Marler. Takes that one high and in for ball one, evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Big spot here for the sophomore catcher. It's going to be foul over the third base dugout. 1-2 the count to Marler. Lady Bulldogs down to their final strike here in game 2 with Trevecca. See if Courtney Marler can come up big here with 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. It's going to be fouled back, so Courtney will see another one here. Base hit should score Thompson, depending on where it's at. So here comes another 1-2 pitch to Marler. It's going to be another foul ball. Marler hanging in there. So we'll do it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Marler stepping in. And popped high. Who wants it? It's going to be nobody. It's going to fall in between all 3 of them. The third baseman, the shortstop, and the left fielder. So Marler will get a new life. My stomach's got butterflies 4 up here, as she will have new life here. 1-2 the count. And here comes the pitch to Marler. It's going to be a ground ball fielded by the pitcher, out. And Trevecca will complete the comeback win here in game 2 of this doubleheader between Trevecca and Union. So after starting out with this game ahead 2-0 after the bottom of the first, Trevecca scored 2 in the top of the second. Union scored 2 in the third, fourth, and sixth, but ended up falling 9-8 after Trevecca had a huge 5-run 7th inning. So Emily Claire Felder will take the loss for Union. And even though Union out-hit Trevecca 12-9, they still fall 9-8. Morgan Jennings was 1 for 5. Macy Neal was 2 for 4. Courtney Marler was 2 for 4. Zoe Neal was 2 for 3. Cameron Langley was 1 for 4. And Sarah Kate Thompson was 3 for 3. As Union just couldn't quite come back here, as they fall in extras 9-8 to Trevecca. The Lady Bulldogs will be in action again this weekend in a conference series matchup with Valdosta State. They will be in Valdosta, Georgia. Game 1 and 2 will be on Saturday, March 2nd, with first pitch for Game 1 starting at 1 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. And Game 3 is scheduled for March the 3rd and with a start time of 12 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. That'll do it for us here at Festmeyer Field. My name is Grace White. It's a pleasure doing play-by-play for y'all today. And we'll see you next time when the Bulldogs return to Jackson, Tennessee against Shorter University on March 16th with first pitch scheduled for 12 o'clock p.m. It's been a pleasure calling. Everybody have a good night.